Stampers! Today I'm making a card using our new Colorful Seasons, and this comes in a wonderful bundle. This is in the new Stampin' Up! 2017-2018 annual catalog that begins on June 1st, 2017. So this has wonderful thinlets that coordinate with this stamp set. So I'm going to make a fun card today, and the first thing I'm going to stamp is this Life is a Beautiful Thing. So I already have it on my block, and I'm taking my Versamark, and I'm going to create a background. So I'm just stamping it randomly onto my powder pink cardstock. Now this is an 8.5 by 5.5 card base. So folded in half, it's a 4.25 and 5.5 card base. And this powder pink is one of our new in colors. So I know it's hard to see on the camera, but I have stamped my Versamark ink all over that. Next, I'm taking my clear embossing powder, and I'm going to cover the whole piece. So you could just leave the Versamark to create the watermark look, and as it dries it gets a bit darker, but I wanted to have that nice clear shine that you get from embossing. So I'm just making sure I've got the whole piece covered and tapping off the excess. Can you kind of see that? I know it's kind of tricky with the light there. I think you can kind of see it now. So I'm going to just zap that with the heat tool. Okay, so now I have a piece of Lemon Lime Twist, another new in color from Stampin' Up. It's lovely. And this measures 1.5 by 5.5. And I'm taking my triple banner punch, and I'm just punching both ends. Just like that. And I'm going to put that onto my card. Right in the middle. Okay, my Whisper White layer measures I wrote it down actually, 3.5 by 2 3/4. I didn't want to forget it. So that's what this measures. Now I want to cut out the lawn chair that is one of the thinlets in this set. And I'm going to cut that out on our new Wood Textures Designer Series paper. So there's lots of different designs and colors in our new Wood Textures DSP. I'm going to use this piece, and I'm going to just set this right on top and run it through my big shot. Now I'm also going to do some masking with this. So I am just going to put a piece of Post-it note. I'm going to put it right, well, let's see. I'll put it right here. I want to make sure that I'm going to have some sticky bit on this upper portion of the chair. So I'm just going to put this on my precision base plate and run it through my Bake Shot, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've run this through my Bake Shot, removed my plate, and all I have is my multi-purpose platform with my precision base plate on top. Get that out of the way and take that off. And now I'm going to take my die brush and just rub it over to get all the bits and pieces out. When we peel that off, we've got our lawn chair. Doesn't that look cool with the wood grain? Love it. And then I have my mask, and I will just keep this in with my thinlets or my stamp set so that I always have it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is position my mask right onto my Whisper White. And because that sticky bit's on top, my chair is going to stick, which is great. Okay, so out of the stamp set, I've taken some flowers, which is this image right here, and then we're going to stamp the branch right on top. First thing I'm going to do is take my powder pink, ink it up. Then I'm taking our new Berry Burst, and I'm just going to lightly tap onto this just to add a little bit of that color, and then I'm going to mist lightly with water. This is just water that I have in this mister. And then I'm going to stamp right on top like that. Hold it down just for a second so that it just kind of sinks into that paper. And then we've got the two colors there, which looks really pretty. Clean off my stamp, and I'm going to do that again. You don't have to mist it, I just like that look. And stamp down. I have to tell you that in my craft room right now, I have both my dogs snoozing, and every time I want to move to get anything, I have to step over them. I've got one underneath my desk, so I can't put my chair in, one on the side of the desk, and of course they're both snoring away, which I don't think you can hear on the camera, but it's quite the little scene in my room. Alright, so now I'm taking that branch with the lemon lime twist, and there's I'll show you on here. There's two, it's kind of broken so that it looks like the flowers are sitting right on the branch. And I just line up the flower petals with these little indents in the branch. And then these tips line up with this. So once you've done one, it's really easy. And you just want to make sure that you can see through your stamps so you can tell where you're stamping. So let me see here. This took me a while to figure out. So this flower right here is going to line up right inside that branch. And then lining up these three tips on the end. It takes a little bit of play, but once you get it, you'll have it mastered. Do you see how that branch just fits right around those flowers? I love it. And now I'm just going to do the same thing here. Okay, so I'm going to remove that. I'm not worried about the strips that went behind the lawn chair because my other lawn chair is going to cover that right up. Okay, so now I'm going to take my snail and just put it right behind that lawn chair. You could also use the liquid glue. And I'm going to line it up. I guess in actual fact, you probably don't have to mask it, to be honest, because it's going to show through behind anyhow. But I did. So the next thing I'm going to do is take some of my linen thread. I'm going to take a glue dot. And I'm just going to position it right about there because that's where I'm going to put my bow. It kind of acts as that extra finger too to kind of hold down your thread when you're wanting to tie it. Okay. And then I'm going to tie it to a little bow. Okay, now I'm just taking some dimensionals, putting them on the back. So I've got one in each corner, one in the center. I just kind of want to open up this twine a bit. Okay. And that's going to get positioned right on the center. So the mask that we didn't actually even need for the card is going inside my stamp set. There. So that's good to go. Now I have a little scrap piece of the powder pink, and I'm taking the Thinking of You stamp, which is in the same Colorful Seasons set, and I'm going to stamp it with Smoky Slate. There we go. Now I'm just going to trim it, and I'm going to trim it with my scissors. You could use your paper trimmer if you like, but I'm just going to go ahead and use my scissors just to save time. Now I'm taking my dimensionals, and I've just cut the edge of a dimensional because I don't need a full circle. Just putting that right on. And that is not straight, so I'm going to trim that up again with my scissors. Hang on. That's a bit better. Okay. That's going to get placed on the front. So there's my card, and what I'm going to do is just kind of fold up these ends a little bit, just to make them look a little bit 3D-ish. And there's my card. Whoops, we don't need that backing of the dimensional there. So I made this same card earlier today, but the difference is I actually did 2 of these lawn chairs and just cut up some dimensionals really small and put them behind the chair, and then I went this way with the bow instead of up and down like I did on this card, and I did a double bow. So there you go, and you can see the 2 different Designer Series paper designs. This is the lighter wood and the darker wood. Oh my gosh, you guys are going to love that paper. So I hope you enjoyed that. It's a very fun card, very awesome bundle. You're going to love it. Thanks for watching. Happy stamping.